Something just changed this morning. Something changed big time. The world goes through a cycle every so often. The sun runs by water. Obviously now we see that. That's why rain comes when the sun goes further away. What it's doing all the time is it's a magnet. You put a magnet to water, the water goes away from the magnet due to the salts and minerals in it. So when you think about it, the water is what's pushing the sun and the moon aren't pushing the tides necessarily. The tides are pushing the sun as well, and the moon. You have a negative and a positive. As the sun comes down from Polaris, as water comes down from Polaris, the four intersecting rivers in Genesis, Pihon, Gihon, Nile, and Euphrates, or whatever they call them, many different cultures, different names. Those four rivers intersecting, the four cardinal points, as the water and the tides are coming, they're also pushing the sun and the moon, as the sun and the moon are creating tides as well. Those dueling magnetic forces above us are what are pushing the sun and the moon. That's why there's more rain as the sun goes further out towards the Antarctic. Time still stays the same via Saturn. Saturn's the gatekeeper of the coordinate. It's the god that keeps everything spinning and working. It's time, it's chronology, Chronos. Without Saturn, there is no time, as man knows it really. I'm assuming, without everything, there's no time, the whole planet, without all the water and stars, but you figure. So that's how the sun works. Magnets being pushed by water. Anyway, something's happening. Today's different. The feeling from now on it's going to be different. I've been being not seeing, not dreaming, not any of these things, but just more of a knowing and being able to tell the side of, but not necessarily seeing, if that makes sense, that the world tree at the center, Nebuchadnezzar saw. He must have been an incarnation. People have these incarnations of other entities. Like, for example, you got the devil with Saturn. God is the Son, or Jesus, the Son of God. And they all radiate underneath one, the God of good. See, the dual polarities everywhere, but you have one above, one below, and you have the sun and moon, which are not necessarily equidistant from each other, but they are working in conjunction with each other, rotating around the North Pole. But then you got the one true God, I'm assuming, is a God that accompanies both. Because it's always been the equation, or the whole general statement of life and carnal things is that we're know thyself, know how your own self works, your body works, know how you function, and therein lies the secret to all things. So how we function is via digestion, via the intake of energy, food, creating energy, and therefore creating a life, thought, all these things. So, my point being that we are, in a sense, food for existence to happen. We function as food does in whatever the world. Hell is always referred to as the bowels, the lower stomach. stomach of hell. We're supposed to be the central, basically like the stomach or equated to something of digestion. That would be the case. So some food goes to waste, some food goes to purification, and the good that goes to, or not the good necessarily, but the food is viable for thought rises. Within that rising, that is the thought of God, I guess, being a fractal, macro, micro. This is the bigger version of us. Within Him, we're a smaller version made in God's image. So we are that micro version of such. Not that size is all relevant, but I mean, your size is all relevant. I mean, not that it isn't. So I guess what I'm saying is that, we have the choice, which is necessary. They're both necessary things. Evil's necessary, good's necessary. I mean, in order for this duality to take place, it seems duality is just the hovering of a how do you say, the hovering of a meter between two polarities. It never stays central. For existence to happen, it always needs to be hovering. Within that hover, there are times, though, which is what I'm assuming today is, where, I mean, in your mind's eye, imagine like a wave, okay, and the waves rising or lowering. Well, sometimes it'll hit like on guitar. Okay, you only have, I don't know when you play guitar, but you only have so many points where it will resonate, where you can hit a harmonic, say. Which is strange because if you think the same motion, the same way that you play a string, it would always resonate the same, play it the same way at any pitch, but that's not true. It only resonates at particular points where you hit it, you'll hit it with a light touch and you'll barely ding your left finger, your chord finger on the strings, and it'll bunk, 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 and then it'll boom. Okay, so if you can grasp that concept, that resonation is when we reach a certain pitch, say, in the scale of the resonation between two polarities. So therefore, there's going to be times throughout this cycle where we're going to reach those pings, those harmonic resonations, like an electric motor. It reaches that resonant point. I'm sorry, I just woke up. My voice is kind of cracky, but so that's kind of the case where I think we're at right now. So there is a resonance happening. There is something that's stimulating the thought of man, and the only thing I truly know is I know nothing. So I could be full of shit, and I may not know what I'm talking about at all, but just due to reality and the things that reality mandates, I guess make these points true for as far as reality is considered. But then again, what the fuck do I know? Anyways, just food for thought on reality and how things are functioning and whatnot. So I'm gonna think a little more, but I will get back.